This is The Real Chat, where we discuss the real.
From relationships to love.
To all around companionship.
I'm LL.
And I am Sunny.
Let's get to chatting. I was willing to share of myself. I was willing to give myself, but I was also willing to grow and mature. But I was building things. I was doing things. I was working. I was working a couple jobs, okay? All right, now, relationships don't necessarily maybe start there today. You know, that's far and in between. Yeah. So you're older. You should be more mature. Yes. As I'm hearing, a lot of millennials aren't really getting serious with someone until they're 30 years old. Yeah. Okay, so
they're not even having kids until they're 30 years old nowadays.
So, but if you're not in a job or a business, you're not hustling, you're not working a couple jobs, or you're working the 9 to 5, 8 to 4, and then you hustling at what you really want, and you out there, and it might not be making a dime at the moment, but you are serious about it. But you working another job to take care of the priorities and the responsibilities. Okay, and really, when you meet a woman and she can see what you're doing, and she can observe your hustle. Because, okay, if you guys can be together on a weekend, that's great. But you might tell her, say, hey, I can't be there until 1, 2, 3 because I got to take care of this business, or I got to handle this, or I got to. Then she gets on. He hustling all the time because this is what he wants. This is what he's building. But also in those early conversations, a man needs to be able to lay on the table what he wants out of life.
Yes, and let me talk about, I only can talk about personal experience. So, say for my relationship, for instance, I was working 2 jobs when I met him. I was working, doing my entrepreneur stuff, trying to get really deep into that, building my clientele and everything. And I was working a part-time job so that I could have an actual paycheck, a consistent form of pay. He met me, he seen how much of a hustler I was, and he seen that I had dreams, and he had seen I had somewhere that I was trying to get to. So for instance, he was like, my woman not about to work 2 jobs. So he was like, leave that part-time job and solely focus on the job that you actually are trying to get to. So now I'm here where I am today, and that was an investment. Him doing that was him invested in me, was him seeing like, hey, she's a hustler, I see that she does that, I'm gonna invest in her and help her so that she is good and she don't need that 9 to 5 job, so she can get further in her dreams. Because if she gets further in her dreams, then she can do that thing where we go out to eat, I can take the bill, we can do that, and we can have that healthy financial communication. And also with finances do matter, because most relationships fail over finances, if y'all don't know that. So it's just like financing, having open communication, and that man investing in you with his time, love, and him seeing who you are and saying like, hey, you want to be a hairstylist and you can't right now because you're struggling to do all these other things, when you can't focus on what your dreams are. So I'm allow you to focus on what your dreams. I want to see you put all your effort into that and see what that looks like for you. Yeah. So investing in that person that you're dating is everything.
That's right. That's right. Like you said, it's all part of the investment. That support, you know, that understanding, that being there and supporting what your partner's dreams and goals are, and then being part of, you know, making that a reality. That's your cost. Yes, it is. That's what love costs.
It is.
Well, it's another great conversation.
Yes, it was. And now that was The Real Chat.
Peace.